I quickly realized that I was there with not only a personal purpose, but a professional purpose as well, as a designer.
I could tell it was going to be the start of something that was going to really change my life.
Immediately, I was introduced to type historians that were from Italy or had enough experience in Italy that they spoke the language.
And one of the strengths of the program is the curriculum, where you're not separating the time you're spending studying from the time you're spending exploring the city. The subject matter actually is the city. You pick a topic and turn that into a publication.
We went to Tipoteca, which was just a museum dedicated to typography.
You're studying different kinds of typography. You start with vernacular in Venice.
We went to the Trajan column. We got so many private tours.
And then you go to Rome and you get this incredible history of classic type, and then the types that emerged in the mid-20th century that are based on those types and tied to them.
We got to go to letterpress. It was amazing.
You get to see sites in Rome that not everyone knows about or not everyone gets to see. The Biblioteca Angelica was incredible.
I can't even describe the feeling of this day.
And you're seeing these books that are from the very start of the printed era.
It's like Bodoni's manuscript, and we got to see these secret rooms that no one gets to go into usually. They told us that we could just go back there and just work there if we wanted to, just sit there and sketch and look at the books.
The Venice leg of the trip, we stayed in these tiny little boutique hotels, and they were so beautiful. They were like, it's like a dollhouse experience.
The classroom in Venice is in a palazzo along the Grand Canal.
From the moment you walk in, you're just transformed into old Italy.
So I walked in and it was this gorgeous old palace on the Grand Canal in Venice, and it was incredible. It was an artist studio. We had all the equipment.
I just couldn't believe that's where we were having class.
So incredible to see James Clough interact with Mauro Zanaro, two type historians with different backgrounds, but coming together in Italy amongst all of the archaeology, all of the history of the Trajan column and the Roman letter, and so excited about it.
I had always been a fan of Louise Fili's work. She gave me such helpful feedback when I was working on my project in Venice, and she gave really interesting lectures about the history of typography and her take on Italian typography and how she uses it in her work today. It
truly inspires the students and the participants that go on this trip, because they know exactly what to do, where to go, what to teach, who to introduce us to.
She was so encouraging. She really let me see the power of hand lettering and of signage and things that you walk by every day but don't really notice. And once you do, you see this beauty of the lettering.
I felt as though, well, if SVA can bring these people together, it only makes it more evident that they can bring together an incredible group of students, and we really were. I made so many friendships.
There were just so many incredible people to meet, and we got really close, we hung out, we became really good friends. I still meet up with some of them.
Then I came back to the United States, and it was like the trip had ended, but what I learned there hadn't.
I feel it's so important to pull from history in order to actually keep up with modern design.
Just being in such an inspiring place and meeting all these wonderful people and the faculty, the workshops we did, like the hand lettering and the type trips and the inscriptions on the walls, all these things. I've always been obsessed with design, but it really renewed that sense of power as a designer and that just urge to learn more and see what else there is in the world.
And for this reason, the experience was invaluable for me.
Apply, bring your camera, and a good pair of shoes.
Go. Just do it. Okay.